In a storm of speculation and whispers growing louder by the hour, Kim Seokjin, better known as Jin of BTS, is now at the center of an explosive internal conflict with HYBE regarding the timing and direction of BTS's highly anticipated comeback. Once hailed as the silent pillar of BTS, Jin is reportedly stepping into the spotlight for an entirely different reason. Not a stage performance, but a showdown of artistic integrity and agency power. Sources close to the matter allege that Jin has raised firm objections to HYBE's proposed timeline and vision for BTS's grand return, with the idol arguing that the comeback must honor both their decade-long journey and the emotional investment of the fandom. Insiders claim that Jin believes HYBE's current plan is rushed, commercial, and lacks soul, sparking a series of intense closed-door meetings. Tensions apparently escalated when Jin proposed delaying the comeback to allow the group to recalibrate creatively, an idea HYBE reportedly opposed due to looming financial and shareholder expectations. Fueling the fire, fans noticed Jin's recent public interactions and cryptic remarks suggesting internal frustration. During a live broadcast, when asked about the comeback, he smiled faintly and said, "I want it to be perfect, not just convenient." That moment sent shockwaves across the ARMY fandom, igniting debates about whether the agency is truly aligned with the group's core values. What makes this situation even more emotional is Jin's history of loyalty and patience. He was the first member to enlist and the first to return, and during his service, he remained diplomatic about company issues. The fact that he's now reportedly at odds with HYBE speaks volumes about the gravity of the situation. Some fans speculate that Jin is advocating not just for himself, but for the entire group's creative dignity. HYBE has so far remained silent on the issue, neither confirming nor denying the conflict, which only intensifies the controversy. Meanwhile, Jin has been seen attending multiple high-level meetings, fueling rumors that he's negotiating conditions, not just for a comeback, but for how BTS should be artistically represented in this next chapter of their legacy. This is not just a disagreement. It's a power struggle between art and business, between a beloved artist and the company that helped create global superstars. And at the heart of it all is Jin, standing tall, possibly alone, but definitely not silent. As fans await an official update, one thing is clear: this comeback won't just be a performance. It might be a revolution. As news of the internal rift spreads across global fan communities, many are expressing a mix of heartbreak and pride. Heartbreak because the idea of BTS not standing as a united front, even temporarily, is devastating to longtime fans who have followed them through every era. Pride because Jin's courage to speak out, especially against a corporate behemoth like HYBE, is a rare and powerful act of leadership. Industry observers are watching closely, and some speculate that Jin's bold stance could have ripple effects across the K-pop industry. If one of its most respected idols is willing to challenge his agency for the sake of creative freedom and integrity, what message does that send to younger artists? Could this spark a wave of idol-led decision-making, shifting the balance of power in an industry notorious for rigid control? Meanwhile, HYBE is said to be recalibrating its comeback strategy behind the scenes. Though no formal statement has been released, insiders hint that discussions have become more cooperative since the backlash began, with several executives realizing that underestimating Jin's influence, both inside and outside the group, was a grave misstep. Adding to the intensity, rumors are swirling that Jin has received support from other BTS members, albeit discreetly. RM, known for his poetic honesty, recently posted a quote about truth finding its way through chaos, while Jimin shared a cryptic selfie captioned, "Loyalty above all." These subtle signs are being dissected by ARMY detectives around the world, further fanning the flames of speculation. AS fans rally around Jin with hashtags like #ProtectJin and #LetBTSDecide. The message is loud and clear. This isn't just about music. It's about respect, autonomy, and reclaiming the soul of BTS before it's diluted by boardroom agendas. Jin may have started this conflict with a simple demand for more authenticity, but what he's triggered could become one of the defining battles in K-pop history. And if the quiet, diplomatic eldest Hyung of BTS is finally raising his voice, perhaps the world should start listening very carefully. Behind the elegant suits, choreographed smiles, and multi-million-dollar deals, something raw is unfolding, something that may define the legacy of BTS forever. Jin, often labeled the quiet backbone of the group, is now the face of a silent rebellion against a machine that once built them. And HYBE, once admired for innovation, is now under fire for allegedly turning artistry into agenda, passion into profit. The contrast is stark. While the world was anticipating a triumphant BTS comeback, led by fireworks and global stage domination, the reality behind the curtain appears riddled with mistrust, delay, and negotiation power plays. Fans aren't just worried about the comeback schedule anymore. They're asking deeper questions. Why is Jin the only one speaking out? Why does it seem like HYBE has tried to silence dissent? And most disturbingly, what else have we not been told? This isn't about a delayed album. It's about creative chains. About whether BTS, after breaking records and redefining global music, can still break free from an industry that wants to keep them exactly where they are: profitable, palatable, and predictable. Industry insiders are now whispering what fans have feared. HYBE may be trying to repackage BTS for its own corporate branding, sidelining the very authenticity that made them legends. Jin, now fresh from military service and seemingly more empowered than ever, is pushing back. And in doing so, he may be risking not just contracts, but relationships, endorsements, and even unity within the group. And yet, maybe this is the exact chaos BTS needs. For too long, K-pop idols have played roles written by someone else. Now, Jin is trying to write his own. Will the rest follow? Will HYBE pivot or double down? Or will this mark the start of an irreversible unraveling between the artists and the empire they helped build? What we're witnessing isn't just a celebrity feud, it's a cultural reckoning. And no matter how much HYBE tries to spin this, fans already know. Jin's voice is no longer just his own. It's the voice of every artist who's ever been told to stay quiet, smile wider, and sing on command. And now that the world is finally listening, will HYBE be brave enough to listen too? Or will the cost of silence be the very soul of BTS? Even as the bright lights of global fame shine on BTS, the shadows behind the scenes grow darker by the day. Jin, once the heartwarming eldest member known for his jokes and steady presence, has now become the face of quiet resistance against what many fans are beginning to call HYBE's invisible hand. No longer content to remain a decorative figure for brand campaigns and tightly controlled comebacks, Jin seems determined to assert his voice, and it's shaking the foundation of everything we thought we knew about BTS's future. Sources close to the matter whisper of internal disagreements that go far deeper than scheduling conflicts. Jin, they say, has grown increasingly disillusioned with the way HYBE is treating the comeback, not as an artistic resurrection, but as a calculated marketing play. He's been in countless meetings, some reportedly ending in cold silence. And while the company may try to project unity on stage, those in the know describe a mounting pressure building behind the scenes, pressure that may soon boil over. What's more alarming is the silence from the other members. Is it fear of jeopardizing deals? Is it loyalty? Or are they themselves caught in the same web of conflicted priorities? Whatever the answer, it is clear that Jin is not only fighting for himself. He may be standing for every member who feels the soul of BTS being diluted into nothing more than a stock symbol. The fans have noticed. They've seen Jin's tired eyes at events, his sudden disappearances, his vague interviews. They've dissected every photo, every silence, every quote. And what they see is a man torn between the love for his brothers and the reality of an industry that demands loyalty at the cost of identity. HYBE may call it strategy, but fans are calling it betrayal. Now, the question isn't just, when will BTS come back? It's what will be left when they do. Will it still be BTS as we know them, or a polished echo of what once was, marketable, global, safe, and soulless? Jin's rebellion may be quiet, but it is powerful. And if HYBE continues to underestimate the will of a man who stood on global stages, endured military service with grace, and returned not for fame, but for meaning, it may soon realize that some stars refuse to be caged. No matter how high the walls, the world is watching. The fandom is awake. And Jin is no longer just a member of BTS. He's becoming a symbol of defiance of truth, and maybe, just maybe, of the fight to save the real BTS from fading into the machine that built them.